So basically, one night I was hanging out at the house, late at night, finally getting ready for bed, laying down, and settled everyone else down. And then about 2 hours after I fell asleep, I felt a little strange, so I rolled over, and there was my younger brother at the side of the bed staring at me. I said his name. I rolled over. I kind of see him. It was dark, but he was just staring at me, and then started hysterically laughing directly in my face. He kept that up for about 30 seconds or so, and then was gone. So I got up real quick, turned the light on, looked around. He wasn't there. I went out into the hallway, and sure enough, he was about all the way down the stairs, sitting there, staring at the wall. I said his name a couple times. We had the lights on. I went down. I grabbed him by the shoulder. I said, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he turns around, and he looks at me dead in the face and goes, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "You're in my room. What are you doing?" And he said that he didn't remember what he was doing and that he didn't feel like he was in control of his body. Oh, weird. So, being a little freaked out, we decided as a household to buy a camera. My sister went to Walmart that night. We got a night vision camera, set it up overlooking the bed, and it was motion triggered and had a timer. So anytime that anyone would move, it would start recording. That first night, he slept in his bed where the second camera was. And when we reviewed the footage the next morning, you see him roll around, toss around. Now, mind you, he's young, but the voices that we ended up hearing on the recording were definitely an older male, just saying sometimes nonsense, sometimes coherent words. The first real word we heard said was "what?" in a very dark, angry voice. And that was when we just started recording every night. And most nights it was pretty uneventful, but there were definitely times where you could hear almost always a male saying things that didn't make sense, mostly nonsense, but a lot of times it was saying, "Help me," "hello," or it would even say my mother's name. Now, everyone else is asleep. The 6-year-old is a young boy, and my sisters definitely don't have a voice like that. So we were very curious as to why we kept hearing this. So yeah, we just left the recordings on. Never saw anything move. Sometimes saw lights come from the hallway. We actually did debunk certain things to try and prove that there was normal stuff going on in the middle of the night and not ghosts and demons. One time, my mom sent me an old recording of the TV turning on suddenly, and we went over it, and turns out someone rolled on the remote. So we just kept recording, kept seeing weird things, lights coming from the hall, kept hearing weird voices. And so my mom decided to baptize the kid, get the house cleansed, and kind of stopped after that. Haven't heard much since, but it was definitely a spooky 6 months of weird voices and haunted children.